My name is Nzambi Matee, founder of Gjenge Makers Limited, and this is called To Create Podcast, where we talk about faith, business, and science. Welcome. First of all, let me put it out there. I'm actually a bit scared about the title CEO. I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it, but it just comes with a lot of responsibility that I would love to be oblivious to it, or rather not aware of it. But nonetheless, the responsibilities are there. But who is me? I think what I can start with, my hope and desire and my vision is I want to be the person to whom actually, number one, my God created me to do. You know, I want at the end of my life, when I take stock at the end of my life, I can have the privilege of saying, like Paul said, I came, I ran the race, and that, you know, I came, I did it, I did God's work, and then I finished. Because I truly believe as human beings we have but one goal, and that's to fulfill the purpose that we have created. In my context, my Lord Jesus Christ did. So I think for me, that is who Nzambi is. Beyond. With or without Gjenge, that is who I am. Yes. I'm starting to understand we are, if not yet there, rather we are entering an era where living your purpose is actually a shortcut to success. What do I mean by that? You know, like back in the 90s and early 2000s, like parents would tell you go to school, study, be an engineer, or be a scientist, a doctor, or pilot, the big five, lawyer, and what was the other one? I forgot. So one of those, like, have those roles and have those positions and you'll succeed. But after the turn of 2020 and moving forward, and of course the generations coming, I think that the more I stay on this earth, the more I realize I think this life, if you don't have a calling, you will just be like a raft going in the river flow. So yes, I truly believe this is a calling, and God made me. When He made me specifically, this was among the many purposes He had for me.
You know, let me say a small story. You know, when I was young, I used to go to like Indian shops or Indian premises, like place of business or offices, and I would see like an altar. I don't know if it's altar or shrine. For Indians, forgive me, I don't know, but the altar there. And I kept asking myself, everywhere you go with Indians, you see that. Also, when you go to like Muslim like shops or people, like Muslim businesses, you would see like the writings on the walls, and this sparked curiosity. It made me really think, and I was like, okay, what do these people know that I don't know? And that question sat with me for a very, very long time until I started business. My friend, I can say without fear of contradiction, if you're in business, you have to have faith in one thing or another, whether it's faith in yourself, faith in the system, faith in network, faith in God, faith in my case, Jesus Christ. Just you need to have faith, and that faith should be from a higher power, whether it's the power, powered by the belief that the higher power has more capability, or rather the universe will do. For example, whoever subscribes to that. Because I never knew God intimately, or rather to the degree I know him now, other than the 10 years I've been in business. So yes, faith is a crucial part in my life. Every single day. Because, I've said this in so many podcasts and when news out there. Me starting Gjenge, before Gjenge, I was actually in another line of employment. I was in the oil and gas sector. And it was actually a really good position with some really good securities. But I had so much unpeace, for the lack of a better word. I didn't have peace. I had everything. For me, that was, at that point in time, that was my prayer. I prayed for it and God gave me, but I didn't have peace. And I clearly felt that the Spirit was just telling me, move out. And then in 2016, I submitted my resignation after strong conviction. I couldn't feel my tummy. It was just so much unpeace. The moment I submitted the resignation like this, I just had so much peace. That's when I realized, okay, there's something happening. But the more I continued, I realized, in the Bible, there's a verse says that God leads you with peace. Every time I've had to make a decision or make a step, or whether it's scaling or whether it's just operation-wise, if I have a lot of unsettlement and I feel, okay, I need to do something, when I do it and it has, the outcome is peace, I'm like, so that's how I've known that the Spirit leads me. Okay, so I think for me that is the end of our very first episode of Called to Create. It's a new podcast. I decided, let me consolidate all the questions and all the information I've ever gotten from all the media and press I've done, and create something internally that I can keep feeding, whether it's information I've learned, the highs, the lows, the successes, and just the journey in total. So once again, this is Called to Create, where we speak about faith, business, and science. And subscribe to our channel. And see you on the next one. And remember, kama kawaida, this is Gjenge. Kumbuka kununua mawe. Kwaheri.